grade friends. My name is Mrs. Kemp. Some of you might recognize me from last year. Normally I work with all the third graders who speak more than one language. So when we finally start school, I might be seeing some of you. But until then, we get to read together every week. And I'm so excited to start our first read aloud together. The first book we're going to read in third grade is called Owen, Foote. And I'm going to read you a little bit from the back of the book so you know what the story is about. It says, money, dough, cold, hard cash. Owen Foote wants it and he wants it now. To start with, there's all the great stuff he wants to buy in the junk you never knew about catalog. Things a kid can't live without, like plastic throw-up. He wouldn't mind buying a newt or two for his aquarium either. While his parents are willing to give him an allowance, they want him to do disgusting things like clean the bathroom to earn it. So where is the money going to come from? With the help of his best friend Joseph, Owen comes up with one disastrous money-making scheme after another. Not until he changes his ideas about how to make money and how to spend it does the tide of fortune start to flow the other way. Sounds like Owen is going to get himself into some interesting predicaments. I can't wait to start reading the story with you. If you have the text at home, you can follow along with me as I read pages 1 through 9. If not, that's okay. Just listen and follow along as I read. Before we read the text today, we're actually going to go over some vocabulary words. So let's look at our first word together. The first word is demonstration. Demonstration is a noun, it's a thing. That means an activity that shows how something is done or made. The person who leads it is demonstrating. A basketball coach demonstrates a play for her team. A teacher demonstrates how to solve a math problem. Your teachers are going to demonstrate things for you all throughout virtual learning. Next week, they might demonstrate some different features of Zoom, like how to turn on your mute button or how to create a virtual background. That just means they will show you how to do something. You might demonstrate things at home for your little brothers or sisters. You might demonstrate how to tie your shoes. You might demonstrate for them how to brush their teeth. These are things that we do every day when we show how to do something. The next word is reaction. I know you guys might be familiar with reactions because you love to use emojis in your writing or your texts. A reaction is also a noun. That means a feeling or action that happens after something else. If you taste something spicy, you might have a quick reaction and spit it out. If you do something special, your family's reaction would be to be proud of you. The person who has a reaction is reacting. So you have a reaction after something happens. You can see some of those little emojis at the bottom of the screen there. The first one is showing care. The next one is laughing. Then there's a surprised reaction, a sad reaction, and an angry reaction. These are all emotions or reactions that we might have after something happens. So we're going to be learning or reading about some of Owen Foote's reactions in the story. All right, so let's start off today on page 1, free toilet demonstration. Toilet demonstration, free toilet demonstration. Owen stood at the bottom of the stairs in his white lab coat and listened for the sound of stampeding feet. It was quiet. "Hey, Lydia," he yelled. He ran up the stairs and knocked on her bedroom door. "Want to watch a toilet demonstration?" The door opened. Lydia was lying on the floor surrounded by magazines. Her best friend, Kate Powell, had her hand on the doorknob. "Yeah, right, Owen," Lydia said in a bored voice. "What, are you demented?" Ever since Lydia had started middle school, she treated Owen as if he were a baby. Things he did that she used to like, she suddenly hated. Usually it made him mad, but right now he needed an audience. "It's free," he said enticingly. "What do you do in a toilet demonstration?" Kate said. "Show us how to flush?" Kate liked Owen. She didn't have a brother, just two older sisters. She had told Lydia she thought Owen was adorable. "Weird, but adorable," was what she really said, Lydia had told him. That's all she knows. Owen didn't mind weird, but adorable made him gag. Now he gave Kate a huge fake smile and grabbed her arm. "I'm glad you asked," he said. He started to lead her firmly toward the stairs. It's really very interesting how a toilet works. Most people don't pay attention to their toilets, but they should. "Owen, let her go," Lydia shouted from her room. Then, "Kate!" Owen kept a firm grip on Kate's arm. By the time Lydia came pounding down the stairs after them, they were halfway through the kitchen. It's based on a very simple principle that hasn't changed much since the first toilet was invented. Owen was saying, he was trying to talk in the scholarly voice they used in museums. He wasn't sure of all his facts, but he knew they would sound truer if he said them in the right voice. That's what grown-ups did. Grown-ups didn't always look as if they knew what they were talking about. But the way they said things in such loud, firm voices made everyone believe them. Anyway, right now, Owen was pretty sure he knew a lot more about toilets than Kate and Lydia. He had been studying them for his whole life practically. Ever since he was little, he'd been taking the top off the toilet tank whenever he flushed so he could watch what happened. When he had first looked inside the tank, it was pretty disgusting. The sides were dark red because of all the iron in the water, and there was a thin line of soft, scummy stuff around the edges. But Owen had been too busy watching to care. He loved the way it worked. It was so simple. There were no motors, no wires, nothing, just two rods. The one attached to the handle had a chain at its end. At the end of the chain was a large rubber stopper that rested on the bottom of the tank. The other rod had a white plastic ball on it that floated at the top of the water. When Owen pushed down on the handle, it made the rod connected to it rise up. The rod pulled the chain up with it, which lifted the rubber stopper off the bottom. When the stopper lifted, it uncovered a hole in the bottom of the tank. This was the pipe where the water drained out. As soon as the hole was uncovered, the water rushed out. The level in the tank dropped, and the floating ball dropped with it. Now, this is getting confusing. Can you guys pause for a moment and visualize what Owen is describing to you? I have to think about two words, rods, a chain, and a ball, and pay attention to the words that the author gives here. That will help me understand what Owen is demonstrating. If you've never seen how a toilet works, ask a grown-up for help. Maybe you can look in the back of your toilet at home. Then the stopper plopped back over the hole. The tank began to fill again, and the floating ball slowly rose back to its original position. The second it got back to where it had started, everything stopped. The water, the noise, everything. The sudden silence was the part that Owen liked best. It meant the job was over. The toilet was ready for another flush. Owen didn't know why he found the process so interesting, but he did. "Right this way, please," he said, steering Kate into the small bathroom off the kitchen. "Mind the step." "What step?" Lydia said. "This is ridiculous." Kate laughed. "This is what I meant by weird," she said to Lydia over her shoulder. "Step right in. There's plenty of room for everyone," said Owen. He waited until Kate and Lydia were both standing in front of him. Then he put his hand on the top of the tank. "Can everyone see?" "You better get this over with," Lydia said through her clenched teeth. "I mean it." Owen ignored her. "First things first," he said. He cleared his throat. "Ahem. Does anyone know who invented the toilet?" He put an encouraging expression on his face and looked around the tiny bathroom the way teachers did when they were waiting for a show of hands. He made sure not to meet Lydia's eyes. Oh, sure, Owen, Lydia snorted. That's one of those vital facts that everyone knows. Mr. Flusher? said Kate. She was smiling as if she was actually enjoying herself. Good guess, Owen said. Anyone else? There is no one else, said Lydia. From the tone of her voice, Owen could tell he didn't have much time left. It was Thomas Crapper, he said quickly. More than 100 years ago. Thomas Crapper, said Kate. She looked at Lydia. Is he making that up? Probably not, said Lydia. She shrugged. Owen knows a million worthless facts that nobody else really cares about. It really was a man named Thomas Crapper, Owen said to Kate. He was English. Okay, said Kate, go on. Millions of people in the United States flush their toilets every day, Owen said in what he hoped was a scholarly voice. And yet, none of them ever stops to wonder how a toilet actually works. Kate laughed out loud. You're too much, Owen. It's my parents' fault he talks like that, said Lydia. They act like it's normal. Owen lifted the top off the tank. He carefully put it down on the closed toilet lid. Can everyone see? You know, I don't think I've ever looked inside a toilet before, said Kate in an interested voice. She leaned forward to look, then immediately drew back. Now I know why. She wrinkled her nose and made a face. Owen's been studying toilets since he was about 2, Lydia said. You can see them looking in the back of the toilet. We always used to know where he was by the sound of the toilet lid being scraped off the tank. Quiet, please, Owen said, frowning. He held his hand over the handle in a dramatic way. I will now set the flushing action into operation. He flushed. Kate and Lydia moved in closer as the rod lifted, the hole was uncovered, the water rushed out, the white ball dropped, the stopper dropped back down to cover the hole, and the water started to rise. Owen described the process step by step. When the noise finally stopped, there was a second of silence. Then Kate said, That's kind of cool. You never think of it being as simple as that. She looked at the expression on Lydia's face. Not that you ever think of it, she said weakly. Can we go now? Said Lydia, her arms crossed over her chest. We're going to stop there, and I want to share with you really quickly a couple of questions that your teacher's going to go over tomorrow with you in class. The first one says, why do you think Kate was nicer to Owen than Lydia was? If you have a little brother or sister, you might know the answer to that question. Number 2, what additional information do we get from the illustration that I showed you at the top of page 8? What do you notice or wonder about Owen? And the last one says, what is the author telling us at the bottom of page 9 when the text says, she looked at the expression on Lydia's face? Not that you ever think of it, she finished weakly. What does that tell you about the relationship between Kate and Lydia? These are some things you might go over with your class tomorrow. Hopefully you'll watch this video over the weekend so you've already heard the story and you can be ready to discuss. See you guys next time.